We made it. We did it.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Oh, I meant to keep this open. Good morning. Happy Saturday. This is episode 25 of Inventory Management. We did it. We made it to 25. That's quarter of a century.
Yeah, just like me.
You are a quarter of a century.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good morning. We talk and open things on this show. If you're new here, welcome. I talk, you open. It's not the show.
That's a little bit more harsh of the truth than it should be, but yes, that's more or less how it ends up going.
Let's see. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode. This was supposed to be the last episode of season 1 of the show, and we have some ideas brewing up for season 2. We might have a 1-week break for season 2 while we prepare everything. We're not entirely sure, but there was a delay in shipping in one of the items for today, so I think we're going to just do a little evening show for the second half of this episode this week.
And we'll just splice it together, and we'll just figure out what's in this somewhat large box.
I think I'll just upload 2 videos this week. So we'll upload today's and then we'll upload one this week. So it'll be two finales.
A 25.5?
25 and a half. But yeah, we got a package today. We're gonna talk a little bit about what's been going on in mostly gaming this week. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have tech news specifically?
So, it's still gaming adjacent, but it comes down to all the graphics cards that got released recently.
Okay, the 4000 series.
Well, so yes, NVIDIA announced the 4060 Ti and the 4060. And with that, there is a lot of controversy just because they're priced outrageously for what the performance is.
Okay.
And as time went on, more stuff was revealed about how stupid this launch was because, like, places like Micro Center, like, usually they're, like, the forefront. So they're like, oh, yes, new graphics card. Let's buy, like, most of their stock. Let's, like, have, like, launch parties and have people line up in front of our stores.
Yeah, makes sense.
They're just like, nah, no one's gonna buy this. Like, they barely bought any stock. No one showed up.
It's actually pretty interesting too because NVIDIA's like stock, like their company value,
And that went up because of their AI.
well, it's really high, but you would think that because they're primarily a hardware-based company that their stock would be going low because people are pretty upset with graphics card pricing right now.
It's just because the everyday Joe Smo isn't buying their cards. It's all the big facility and all that buying their AI cards.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It is pretty interesting though to see that little bit of a shift.
I forget what, it was somewhere over in Southeast Asia, but there's another retail store that, you know, is usually pretty big about buying cards and like having, you know, people show up and all that. But out of like the 3 locations they had, 1 person showed up.
Nice.
1 person.
One person showed up to one of the 3 stores.
Yes.
Nice.
On
I hope
launch.
that gave that guy everything.
On that launch morning. And then with all of the controversy, AMD marked down their new release, which is the AMD 7600. They marked that down another $50 to make it more competitive. And Intel dropped theirs, like I think their entire SKU of their graphics cards down. So now
Nice. I mean, it's better for the consumer. People aren't buying and they need to sell. Like corporations will buy cards. It's just how the nature works. But
yeah,
the reality is that they have to have some percentage of their consumer base of their sales that is consumer based.
yeah.
So,
And it just comes down to me. Like I think NVIDIA needs to just be a little bit less greedy. We had a doorbell ring.
I'm wondering if that's the second package.
No, I think, well, it could be. Could also be my package.
That would be incredible timing. There's no one at the door.
Is there anything at the door?
No. It might be the second package. We're gonna see.
I just saw him walk by.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it's my package.
Oh, okay. You don't need that right now.
I don't. Well, it's just sitting. I'll grab it right now. Right here.
Don't worry. It's okay, folks. We're still here. Let's see. All right, it's not the package we wanted it to be, but that's okay.
It's my package. Something I want.
That's true. Food for the week.
Yeah. My every plate box.
Yeah.
But no, so like I hope NVIDIA, like, it's so hard with big companies and bottom lines and them making a profit.
Yeah.
But I hope that, they at least take a little bit of it as a learning lesson of like, well, hey, maybe we shouldn't mark our stuff up so high because clearly, like, people aren't going to buy it.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting in the world of tech. And then in gaming, we have a couple of things. Some of it good, some of it bad. We had the PlayStation Showcase was this week, and this is basically E3 doesn't really exist anymore to some extent. Summer Game Fest kind of took over, and now all the major companies do their own broadcast. So PlayStation was this week. Xbox is in 2 weeks, but they are doing an interesting thing. I think it's pretty cool. They have basically movie theater tickets available throughout the country, and I don't know if they're doing it throughout the world, but throughout the country, to where you can watch the Xbox showcase at your local movie theater, and if you get a ticket, it gives you $10 off of concession stand stuff. So you basically get a voucher for $10 to go do that, and the ticket is free to go watch the showcase. So you get a free movie ticket to go watch the Xbox showcase. So you're gonna watch it in the theater, and you get $10 off concessions. So that's pretty cool. Xbox generally knows how to treat their fan base and having a little bit more of an experience, so that's always nice.
We'll see what movie theaters they have it at. That's my only one.
I would imagine that they're probably going to do something with AMC, because that's how they usually do all of their promotions.
So to give people some dates, because I'm looking at the website right now. So PlayStation Showcase was on May 24th, so that just happened.
Yeah, what was it, like Wednesday, I think?
Something like that. I'm not looking at an actual calendar. June 8th is Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
And then June 11th is the Xbox Showcase plus the Bethesda Showcase.
And the movie theater tickets for the Xbox Showcase go on sale. They're free, but go on sale on June 2nd, and they're going to send out an email on June 1st on how to get the tickets.
And then for those who care, the Ubisoft Forward is on June 12th.
Oh, they're separating. Interesting. I don't know why they wouldn't just have Summer Game Fest host it, to be honest.
Ubisoft is just one of those companies that don't make sense.
That's just where all the eyes are going to be. They're all going to be.
I'm surprised there's no EA Play event. Because usually
they might be at Summer Game Fest.
I think they will be, but usually at least last year they had their own like separate conference.
And Nintendo hasn't said anything either, but they just had a couple of events.
I think they have a new Direct coming.
They have another Direct for the E3 time frame.
I think so.
I gotta get us. Got us some dye. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I guess their next event is Nintendo Live at PAX.
Wait, West?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, they might have something to say at Summer Game Fest then. Especially with Zelda just coming out and it doing so well, I feel like that they would have wanted to say something. But
I loved looking on the internet. I guess it was yesterday they released a new patch for it and they got rid of the item duplication glitch. And so all the players loading up their Switch got the prompt to update, and there's people crying on TikTok.
yeah, there's a lot of basically if you're not playing Zelda, there's a couple of bigger glitches in the game, and they're not game ruining, but it's definitely more in the line of cheating to play through the game, like item duplication. But there's a lot of people who are just making fun of it, saying that the only important things to do with item duplication is blocks of cheese and stuff like that. The guy had 94 blocks of cheese in his inventory. So
I mean, the other things I've seen is like people that want to make like super long bridges that don't feel like making flying contraptions. Is that instead of cutting down a whole forest, they'll cut down one tree and just dupe all the other logs.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, like it's like Skyrim for me. Like Skyrim has tons of duplication glitches, and it's just like, it's my game. It's a single player game. If I feel like, you know, speedrunning it a little bit, then like I get it's not how the game was intended, but you know,
the part you said it. The part to me is that it's a single player game. If a person wants to cheat their way through it, then who's to stop them?
Let them rob themselves of the experience.
For me, it would be more along the lines if there was, and maybe this does affect it. I don't know if you can item dupe your way to easily killing bosses. You probably could. With arrows and stuff. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, at least from what I know, the game is like pretty much all the weapons. The only way they get powerful enough is by you crafting them and then fusing them together.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to, I mean, you might fast track your way of getting it sooner, but you still have to put in a good amount of effort of either finding the one component that you need, and then once you get that component, oh well, if you like duplicate a little bit, like who cares? You already took the hour or whatever to go to some random shrine to find this one piece that you need out of like 5 to make the ultimate.
As long as it doesn't make the boss fight easier, like you have 10,000 arrows and so the boss can never touch you, kind of a thing.
Well, I mean, there is some stuff with the contraptions you can make. I saw there's like this giant like pig boss, and he basically made like battering rams, like, but he put it on wheels with rockets at the end.
Nice.
So he has 4 battering rams, and the boss is at the end, and so they just jutted into him. And since they're just a large log, it just keeps hitting the hitbox because he's just being rammed by a giant tree, basically. And he just has all 4 of them shoot at the boss, and the boss dies.
Yeah, so that might be duplication that kind of messes with the game.
To be fair, you could totally do that legit.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I really want to play it, but at the same time, I never played Breath of the Wild, and I feel like jumping into Tears of the Kingdom I would confuse myself.
I don't know about that. A lot of people were saying, we said this last week, that that Breath of the Wild was very much basically a demo for this game. So I think you could probably jump into this one, and it might even be more of a fun experience because you learn all of the new mechanics of this open world concept through a fresh new game, instead of learning it, playing through that one, and then taking all those skills and saying, wow, this game is just too easy, kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might have more fun just jumping right into this one.
I definitely just want to like understand what's going on in the world though. So maybe I'll watch like a lore recap.
You could do that. Watch a lore video and then go into it. So, all right, let's start opening. I got 3 die this time. Maybe the 3rd die will help me win. This was a 1.
2, 7, or wait, 2, 5, 1.
Yeah, not 3 die and I rolled an 8, so that's not good. Well, all right. You rolled 9 on 2 die alone. So, all right, you open. It feels like one item, so you can reach your hand in there and see if it is just one item.
I don't got a knife.
Neither do I. So you're just gonna stab it with this pencil. You did it. Beautiful.
That's why I make
Don't destroy the pencil. Have it from here.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't rip off the lead. And there you go. You get some bubble wrap.
All right, so audio listeners, it's a taller box.
It's a taller Amazon box, and I can tell you one thing: there's more than one thing in here.
All right, then grab one at a line.
I've already kind of seen it, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Okay, well grab it then.
Okay.
Or should I grab the other one?
Well, you just grab.
Am I grabbing the smaller one?
Yeah.
Or is that the one you know?
This is
You know the taller one?
I looked at it for a second, so
Okay.
like.
I'm gonna grab the smaller one. What is this? Oh, I love card games. What do you have? Oh my god.
I have cereal.
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 I have a card game. It's from the creators of What Do You Mean? We have that game.
I saw the word meme, and that's what I thought it was, because that's all I saw.
I'm actually glad that the buyers didn't buy What Do You Mean, because we already
I
have
mean,
it.
it's also kind of outdated too.
It is outdated, but they have updated expansions.
True, but we don't have the.
We don't have the expansions. So this one is from the creators of What Do You Meme, and it's called Stir the Pot, the adult party game that roasts your friends for you. And on the back it says, contains 400 cards, 1 token, and instructions. The new adult party game from the creators of What Do You Meme. Player A picks a card and shows it to the person to their left. Player B, who points to the player in.
I'll be right back. You keep reading.
Who points to the player in the circle who fits the description the most. Player B then flips the token. If it lands on tell, the card must be read out loud to the group. If it says don't tell, share the card to everyone except the person that you pointed to. The gameplay continues in a circle. I wonder how you win. Because I wonder if there is winning or if it's just meant to be funny.
I don't know.
Like, What Do You Mean has a clear winner.
Whoever cries first, I guess, since you're roasting your friends.
Some of the card examples that they have on here is who do you think is secretly in the CIA? And so you pick the card, right? Mm-hmm. And then you read it. And then picks a card and shows it to the person to the left. Oh, shows it to the person to their left. So I would show it to you, right? Mm-hmm. And then you would point to someone else. Did you grab milk?
No. You want milk?
The second item is
mini pancake cereal from IHOP, blueberry and syrup.
I had blueberry pancakes for dinner last night.
Did you go to IHOP?
I had blueberry pancakes and an omelet.
Did you go to IHOP though?
No, I did not go to IHOP. that would have the coincidence there would have been incredible.
Because I often just go to IHOP at random times of the night and get pancakes.
I'm trying to think when's the last time I've been to IHOP. I don't know.
I would say it was probably like my senior year of high school.
I honestly can't think of the last time I've been to IHOP.
These are pretty good though.
These are really good. They're so sugary.
Let's see how many.
You're allowed to eat 3.
The serving size is 1 cup. So I don't know if that's a cup or not.
About a cup.
We got 12 grams of sugar.
I want to open this and read some of the other cards.
And then we got 180 milligrams of salt. Good old sodium.
So, audio listeners, if you didn't catch it, it's IHOP cereal that looks like little pancakes.
I will show you the box. It's flipped, but
no, it's just flipped.
Oh yeah. I forget, but yeah, blueberry and syrup. And
the buyers told us that this week's box is very random.
It's just like a little,
And they are
a little,
definitely very random.
a little disc. It's like a little purple crisp with little blue dots. It's very random, but
It looks like a pancake.
I appreciate it.
You know what they look like? They look like cornflakes. Or corn, what are they called? Corn pops? Pops. They look like pops. But slightly,
It does say whole grain and corn.
they look like pops, but slightly brown.
Sweet and crunchy corn cereal. There we go.
And they have blue specks because of blueberries. They're very good.
I wish I had milk.
I have milk.
All right, then I might make myself a bowl after this episode
Wait,
because I haven't had
we,
breakfast.
I feel like we have to try it with milk on the show. We get the full experience. Bring the milk over here. Bring a spoon. Bring
Okay.
2 spoons.
Okay.
We're gonna share a bowl of cereal.
Okay.
The packaging for this game is ridiculous. Look at this. So we have all the cards, right? All the cards. And they're all nice and stacked. And then you have one coin that they needed to put in the packaging. So they created a whole block just for the one coin. So this is the coin that I was saying. And when you flip it, it says tell or don't tell. And the part that makes it funny, for sure, the part that makes it funny is that if you were on the other side of the table and I picked up a card and I showed it to the person on my left and they pointed at you and it lands on don't tell, you're just gonna wonder the whole time what the card says.
It's true. You're gonna make me wonder.
I feel like the whole point of the game is to make your anxiety just go straight out the roof.
I'm already there.
All right, I figured out the how do you win. How do you think you win this game? You know the rules. It's just pointing at people and saying and either telling or not telling.
My guess was the first person to cry.
Kind of. It says you keep playing until everyone hates each other. Smiley face. And then we're gonna put a smiley face.
No. That's one way to do it. So it's pretty good with milk.
All right, and we're gonna get a close up of the cereal. It's beautiful. The milk is slightly turning blue. Is it good? Mm-hmm. Is it better?
I don't know. Milk kind of dilutes flavors.
The next question is the cereal milk good? You know, the cereal milk? When you finish the cereal and all there is milk left?
Man, with Cocoa Post, man, that was the best thing. I couldn't wait for the cereal milk.
Isn't it just chocolate milk?
Practically. I don't know.
I actually think I like it better without the milk.
Yeah.
You get more of the blueberry taste. And that corn, like the Pops taste. Pops is my favorite cereal. Alongside of Honey Nut Cheerios.
That's the true winner.
Alright. So,
I'm just gonna keep eating, I'm starving.
You're not allowed to look, okay?
Okay, I won't look.
No. You're not allowed to look at the screen.
Okay.
Chat and I are gonna unbox a couple of these cards and see whether
I'll stare at the cereal.
I'm gonna see whether it fits you.
Okay.
And then we'll flip the coin and see if we're supposed to tell you or not. All right, chat. We're just gonna point at MD or not. I think so. I think that fits him. I'm gonna flip. Okay. Oh my god, this is difficult. All right. You're in the CIA. That was the starting card. Now I'm a little worried that they're all going to be the ones that are on the box. Like all the top cards that I just pulled.
Mm.
Alright. I'm just going to grab this stack right here and add it to the pot. No. Goop's Gold stir the pot.
Oh. Didn't have that connect yet.
Oh.
Just too busy thinking about the cereal.
Are you still analyzing on whether it's better or not?
No, it's definitely not better with milk.
Well, the buyers made MD happy by giving him breakfast for the show.
Mm-hmm. Does this count as a mukbang now that I'm eating on camera?
It could be. My spoon is attached to me.
Look how blue this milk is.
It is definitely turning blue. Alright. Second card. Not appropriate for the show.
I was about to say, a lot of them are probably not appropriate.
It is the adult party game. Not appropriate for the show. We're just gonna pass that one. Ooh. I don't think this is MD. This is definitely me. Even though probably not true. Alright, we'll do tell. See if we'll see. Because it's on me, not on you. Don't tell. You don't get to know.
Okay. Ignorance is bliss. Sometimes.
Ooh. I don't think either of us wins this one. We're gonna see. Okay, good to know.
Fine with me.
Oh, definitely MD.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Who has the shortest attention span?
Yes.
Yes. Out of the two of us, I don't think either of us, to be honest.
I don't see where this game is going to make me hate someone because it's just telling me things that I already know is true.
Yeah, but when you're in a larger group and people are pointing at you,
that's fine.
It's a little different.
It's fine. I'm used to it with the stream already. People just be like, hey, it's MD's fault. Hey, MD, go to the brig. MD, it's your fault.
I don't think that one. Actually, specifically on that, I don't think that one's true.
Okay. For either of us or just for me?
For either of us,
okay.
But specifically for you. I don't think that this works either. Yeah, that one's no good. Not in this scenario. Ooh, MD. 100% MD.
Okay.
100%. 100%. All right. Who's the biggest liability when they're drunk?
I would think...
You're gonna tell me all the CIA secrets. You're already in the CIA. We already proved it.
It's true. So what would that be? It's classified?
Classified. I don't know that either of us has this. This one would be for the chat to tell us. If you know the answer to this, then comment in the comment because MD's not allowed to know.
Dang.
This one's probably me. I know I'm not playing this game correctly, but we only have 2 people and you need a minimum of 3. So we made up the rules a little bit. This one's me.
2 to 20 players?
Wait, how do you play 2?
Sorry, 3.
Oh.
I'm at 3 to 20.
Yeah, I could definitely see 20.
Bye.
That one's me. Who's the most likely to chase the ice cream truck as an adult?
All right, let me try this cereal milk.
Oh, I don't know. The chat is going to have to tell us on this one.
It's pretty good milk.
I don't know. All right. I'm going to leave it up to the chat to determine who's the winner of that one. Who would be the most profitable stripper?
I don't know. I feel like I would just get kicked out. Day one, they'd be like, hey, like, go perform. I'm like, okay. And they're like,
Okay.
Hey, we got so many negative reviews, we need you to quit.
Oh, this might be the part where people hate.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I have to see whether I can tell you.
I have no enemies.
You would after this card.
Maybe. We'll see.
I can't tell you.
Okay.
No, I'm going to tell you. Who would be the person you first save from a burning building?
That's kind of decisive. And
If you have 20 people and there's several people you care about in that party.
But someone has to go first.
Oh, this is for the chat to tell us too. I feel like the answer is going to be me now. Who looks like they need a shower? I don't know. What's going to be for the chat to say?
Probably you.
Why? Not appropriate for the show.
I was about to say, but you're just showing it on camera anyways.
Oh, this is a good one. This might be. I feel like the chat would say that MD is the answer to this one. No, that I would be the answer to this one. I don't get to tell you.
It's fine.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Who would die first in the apocalypse? Zombie apocalypse.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Got some southern creativity brewing.
You got southern creativity, but I think I'm the only one with air. I feel like I have the most home defense available to me.
I mean, in this current house, yes. Overall,
Oh, your cereal.
yeah.
It looks moldy. Tell me that doesn't look like mold.
It looks gray on that camera. We definitely need to change colors around.
Well, this is a Logitech
We can still mess with the colors a little
C920.
bit. Hey, it looks like a blueberry smoothie to me. Just melted blueberry smoothie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
It does not look good.
it tastes good.
Does it?
Yeah.
The cereal milk tastes good? Oh, he's going for it. It's good?
Tastes like blueberry milk.
Mm. Oh, blueberry milk? I don't know if I've ever had blueberry milk. I've
I
had
haven't
strawberry
either.
milk.
I haven't either until just now.
Fair. All right.
Well, thank you for, I just woke up recently.
Yeah, you were late to the show.
I had a headache.
Mm,
I woke up at 5 because of the headache. And I was like,
that's not good.
no. But I was like, you know what? It's Saturday. I can go back to bed because,
Except for podcasts.
well, yeah.
Mm. All right. Any other tech or game news to share?
Something I did find out.
Oh.
Well, it was through a leak, so
So
confirmation is not there
Are we spreading the leak
Yes.
further? Okay.
because I think it's interesting. Basically, this leaker said he had gotten
Where's
access.
the milk or the cereal?
Oh, it's on the floor.
All right. Leaker got access.
To, well, I don't know if he actually got access to the channel. He was able to see Sony's private videos after their conference was over, and there was a good bit that was not published. And he said a couple of them were PC ports. And so he thinks that
How does someone get access to videos?
This is why I'm saying, like, I don't know the credibility, but apparently he has been right about other stuff in the past. So I can't speak on his behalf. I'm just saying what I read. But supposedly Sony, instead of making their conference longer, they divided some of the stuff they were announcing so they could have a bigger presence at Summer Game Fest.
I mean, that makes sense.
So I'm looking forward to what they announce and which game is coming to PC.
I actually think that makes more sense because when people watch the PlayStation showcase, they want to see PlayStation.
Yeah, and it was very much like, hey, this is cool, but like half of this is going to multi-platforms, so it's like not very PlayStation.
Yeah, and Summer Game Fest is just gamers in general, which the biggest population of gamers is PC. So showcasing stuff that is less focused on PlayStation and more just owned by PlayStation, but putting it in Summer Game Fest is definitely the way to go. So,
yeah,
interesting.
It was, and part of the article was talking about how supposedly the Last of Us multiplayer game was supposed to be shown, but there's been a lot of trouble in development, and they
just released a statement.
And they cut back on development on that. So there's a lot of.
Well, they didn't cut back on development. They pushed back the release date.
No, there's also articles saying they took people off of it, and now the project is shorter staffed.
I saw their official statement stating that they needed more time for it. So
there's some business articles saying they pulled people.
I did not see that.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Especially with how popular the show was.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got. That was my last minute.
Trying to think if there's anything else. We
could talk about how terrible the game Gollum is.
Oh, I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, the new game that was pretty hyped. Not overly hyped, but pretty hyped.
It was exciting just because we're getting something with the franchise.
I would say it was exciting because it's focused on a character that isn't usually featured too much in Lord of the Ring based games.
True.
A lot of it is based off of dwarves and elves and all this stuff, and in this one it was the Gollum game, and you play as Gollum, and all of the pre-release content that they were showing looked really nice. And then the game came out, and the art style just looks so terrible,
so weird.
There's no cues to indicate where you need to go, especially if you're lost. And it's cave systems and stuff. So it was actually really, really funny. I was watching Soda Poppin'. He was playing hardcore WoW, but his girlfriend was playing the new Gollum game, and she's a VTuber and stuff, and so she's playing the game, and she's decently far into the game, right? Even though it looks terrible, decently far into the game, but she gets lost, and she's asking her chat for help on where to go, and everyone's replying, "You're the only person in the world that's made it this far yet. There's no way anyone can help you." Everyone has given up before you've gotten to this point. So you are the furthest person in the world. There's no one that's going to know how to get you to the next step.
Unless one of the devs comes in the chat, you're screwed.
It was so funny. Yeah, it does not look good.
Did you see they technically got greenlit to make a new game?
Gollum?
Yeah, the Gollum devs said they got greenlit to make another Lord of the Rings game.
There's no way. There was a greenlit previously to make basically what. So there was a situation where Amazon had the rights to work on Lord of the Ring MMO, very similar to New World.
Yep.
That got canceled.
Yep.
Now they got funding to do it again, but they're starting over.
Yep.
So
I knew all of that for a bit.
yeah, there's so much in regards to that. It's crazy. Especially because the amount of millions that they spent developing the first one, and it's just scrapped. So, yeah.
You know, AGS is just a little bit of
It's crazy.
a dumpster fire in general.
It's crazy.
I hear some horror stories sometimes.
They're nice people, though.
They are.
I've gotten to hang out with some of them at actually a bunch of them at a party that they hosted, and just seeing them around the industry, and they're good people.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then the only other thing that I was going to bring up is the series finale of Ted Lasso is coming up. I think it's not this week, but the week after.
Let's see, we're on episode 10.
I think 11 came out this week. Yeah, I think we finished 10, and then 11 came out, and we have yet to watch that. And I think it's ending with 12 or 13.
It's looking like...
I haven't seen any promos stating series finale yet on Twitter or anything, so my guess it would be that it's not ending this week, but it's ending next week. Something's off with sound? Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're going to find out soon.
Well, yeah. I don't know what's up.
We'll see.
Who knows? Yeah, I can't tell. It looks like it's 12 episodes, but I vaguely remember reading that there's going to be 13 this season, so I guess we will see. Oh, well, I guess this ends on... Yeah, episode 12, the title's So Long Farewell. So, that sounds like the end of the season.
Well, it'll be end of the series. There's been further remarks saying that this is the end of the show. So.
Which sucks.
Yeah. I was having a conversation that it's actually pretty surprising that they're ending the show, because out of all of the Apple TV subscriptions, a majority has to be Ted Lasso.
Mm-hmm.
The second majority has to be For All Mankind. And then the very minor amount of people remaining have to be just the rest of what else is on Apple.
I don't even know what their exclusives are.
Ted Lasso, For All Mankind.
Well, I know. But,
There's a couple of documentaries and stuff, but the fact that they're killing off their number one show is it's like it was like when Game of Thrones ended. There was no reason for anyone to keep HBO anymore.
mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
Oh, we could talk about that, man. Like all the streaming services now bundling up together, and now they're just like upcharging now. Like how HBO and Discovery Plus is now Max.
Oh, I did see that.
And then Disney's going to fully merge Hulu.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how that's going to work considering I'm grandfathered into Hulu.
Who knows?
Maybe I'll get Disney.
At the worst, they just cut you off and say, sorry.
There's no way. I'm paying for it.
I don't know.
Because I'm paying for it through Spotify.
Guess whatever deal they work out with Spotify then. Because they could just cancel it and Spotify just decreases you to a base.
No, they can't. It's literally a contract. They can. I'm grandfathered. They would have to give me something in order for it to be canceled.
I don't know. No, that'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
And then yeah, of course Netflix is doing all of its like password debauchery.
Yeah, there's a lot going wrong with streaming services right now. Everyone's either going to go back to cable, which isn't the worst thing in the world.
Cable's gotten cheaper now that streaming has become more popular. I don't know, it's like a balance.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting to think about. I don't know what is going to happen. We'll see though.
I saw a Blockbuster tweet saying like, hey, remember when you used to go rent a DVD? We didn't care who you shared it with, as long as you brought it back.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, good old Blockbuster. Remember when you tried to buy Netflix and you decided, nah, it wasn't going to be worth it?
I saw the social media manager of Amazon Prime retweet Netflix tweet from like 2013 saying love is sharing your password with someone.
And then Prime Video also sent out a tweet with a picture of their profiles and it says whoever you want it to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then a lot of the comments, were people saying that Amazon is calling out Netflix and all this stuff. And the funniest response that I saw from I want to see if I can find it. Let's see, Prime Video. Oh my God, they tweet so much. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Or unless they deleted it. How long ago was this? It was this week, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was Prime Video UK.
That's what it was. Prime Video UK. Yeah. Love is sharing your password, and it says who's watching, and it's a screenshot of Prime Video's login screen, and it's 6 different profiles, and each one is named everyone who has our password heart, and then a lot of responses. A lot of responses basically calling out that they're calling out Netflix in this one, and some of the responses from Prime Video is so funny.
And it's like, I don't know, I think it's stupid in general to charge like whatever, like the fact that you like have multiple profiles, therefore like people are gonna share it. Like, why have multiple profiles to watch if only one person's watching?
Well, it's less than sharing because like it's meant to be shared within your household.
Sure, but like that's one thing, but like now they're like even more thing because you can't even have it on like your phone.
You can,
but I'm saying like
as long as you connect to your Wi-Fi once a month.
Yes, but I'm saying it tracks every device ID, it tracks the IP, and it tracks the location. So I'm saying like that's very extra.
Oh yeah.
For all this, and it's they're the only ones right now that are pushing for this stupidity.
Oh, absolutely. They want their subscription numbers to climb. So, but the funniest response to Prime Video tweeting that was someone who replied saying, "Amazon clapped Netflix so damn hard, lol." And then they responded saying, giggling and tweeting, hoping that we don't do the same. So funny.
Yeah, it's a stupid world out there right now when it comes to subscription services.
Yeah, Yep. The only one that I pay for is Hulu, and that's because I pay Spotify and get Hulu for free. So I technically don't pay for any of them, which is pretty nice. So
I pay for,
Disney?
I guess well, so like I have the Disney Trio bundle because I got it when it was really cheap.
Yeah. Which is
I think it's over by now, but
well, no, but it's not going to exist anymore because they're merging all of them, right?
I don't think they're merging ESPN into the Disney.
Oh no. Okay.
So I think it would only be a duo.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm technically paying for that. So that's Disney, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. Which, I mean, I get my money's worth out of it, and my family does too, because they watch the ESPN, and then I use Disney and Hulu pretty regularly, and then my siblings also do that, and then I pay for Crunchyroll, so I can watch my anime legit, instead of going to back-end sites like every other pleb.
And then you also pay for Prime.
Well, yeah, but I'm not paying just for Prime Video.
Yeah.
That doesn't really count because Prime is like.
Yeah, I pay for Prime for packages.
Yeah.
But I do get the video out of it, so it's more of an added bonus than anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, last topic is Twitch continuing to be more and more horrible as things goes on. And they have just announced that Twitch Turbo is going up 40% in cost.
Isn't it already kind of stupid expensive?
It's a little bit more than the cost of a sub right now. $8.
Oh, I thought it was like 12 or something.
No, that's what it's going up to.
Oh.
Yeah. They're raising it $4. So
it's crazy.
I think it's probably still worth it, but that's what I use is Turbo because it's way cheaper than paying for multiple subscriptions to a bunch of streamers. So
yeah,
because I use my free, and I don't have to use my free one because I have Turbo, but I do use it so that way someone gets the money out of it.
Yeah.
But I use Turbo so that way I don't get ads anywhere on Twitch. And it's always been worth it for the $8. So, but now they're raising it to 12 and the internet's freaking out. So I'm trying to determine whether it's still worth it. $12 a month to not get any ads on Twitch. It's probably worth it because of how many ads Twitch has. It's more ad filled than YouTube is. So 100%.
Yeah, that's true. They do a lot of.
You have your pre-roll ad every time you enter a stream, and you have a minute and a half of ads every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
90 seconds every 30 minutes.
Well, isn't that up to the streamer?
It's kind of up to the streamer. The streamer can push it at specific moments, but the streamer, no matter what, it's going to play. So whether it's automatically deciding for you or the streamer is pushing it specifically. A lot of streamers streamers that are really good at it will push it specifically. So that way they can push it while they're going to the bathroom or in between matches of Valorant or something, right? When it's not an important moment. Or you're one of the very top dogs on the platform like Shroud, who has a contract that he has to push a certain number of minutes of ads per month. He could essentially do a whole stream of just ads if he wanted to. He will sometimes go and push like 3 to 5 minutes of ads while he goes and makes coffee and stuff. But there's some episodes, or there's some days of Shroud streaming where he just doesn't push any ads because he forgets or anything like that.
Yeah.
So,
interesting. Yeah, I mean, for someone that watches Twitch, not every day, but maybe like once or twice a week,
Yeah.
definitely not worth it for me.
It's worth it for me because I put it on as background noise while I work. So I usually start my morning watching Hiko stream Valorant, just because his commentary is really funny. And then I normally will switch to Soda Poppin' or Shroud, depending on who's streaming. Shroud because his gameplay is incredible, and when there are funny moments, they're absolutely hilarious. And then Soda Poppin' because his commentary is just unbelievable.
He's a very unhinged.
He's very unhinged, and his chat doesn't make it any better.
No.
There's so many specific moments in Soda Poppin's stream that just make it super entertaining to watch. Like, anytime he needs to get up from his chair, there's a repeating pattern that happens. If he needs to get up from his chair, everyone will post a picture of a mouse. It's an emote. It's a picture of a mouse looking at the camera, and it's called Beach Mouse Waiting. That's the name of the emote. And then someone who wants to pay $5 for the text-to-speech for the donation will donate a very specific cue of a song. It's the text-to-speech Sam guy, and it's like it just goes beach mouse beach mouse, and that's what it does. And it just does that for like
Sounds like a cult.
like 60 seconds. And while that's happening, everyone does Rat Jam, and it's just the mouse shaking back and forth. So it happens every single time. And so because of those repeating patterns, it's just really funny to watch and participate in those things. So
Sounds pretty culty.
it's kind of culty, so, but it's really, really funny. So, all right, before you start snacking, we should end this because we are far.
Are we?
We're actually not as far as I thought, but this was supposed to be a shorter episode because we have another box coming this week. So,
Oh well.
all right, we're gonna see you guys one more time for the second half of this episode. It'll be a shorter episode, just in
We
relation
unbox,
to.
we show you, we leave.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, if you aren't up to date, this was season 1 of Inventory Management. We did 25 episodes. We're gonna continue with season 2 starting soon. We might take next weekend off to continue the planning for it, but season 2, we're gonna change things up a little bit and see how people like the format. And yeah, you guys have been incredibly supportive through season 1 of the show as we figured things out. Our seasons we're going to try and do over the course of 6-month periods. So season 2 will be the remainder of this year, and then of course season 3 will start next year. What else do we have?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, if you guys want to support the show, if you're watching it live, make sure you go watch it on YouTube. Leave it open if you watched the whole thing. If you didn't, catch up, enjoy it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Participate as much as you can. Join the Discord, suggest items for the show. That may or may not be changing. We're not releasing any information on that just yet. If you want to support even further, you can through Ko-Fi or through subscribing on Discord. All of that stuff helps fund the show. It's really appreciated, but not expected. And if you do, you get certain benefits in the Discord, and you get your little name at the next screen on the show. What else?
I have no idea.
Thanks for watching season 1. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. We'll see you in part 2.
Part 2, which will come later this week. It'll be short. And then season 2 coming soon.
Yes, more info in Discord. Eventually.
Very soon. All right. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Goodbye. Look, that's where you can pop up right there. It's right there. Your names and your faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add more.
Yeah.
They're lonely. It's just 4 of them. They need more friends.
They do need friends. You could be their friend. Okay.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.